Shout out Set Go Recruits.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Set Go Recruiting Show. I'm your host, Luke Turner. Over here at Set Go Recruits, we interview some of the top high school football recruits in the country. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe, and follow the Instagram in the description below. Stay tuned, and you don't want to miss this episode. Today, I'm here with Class of 28 Max Preps freshman All-American Christian Webb-scott out of Buford High School. Christian, bro, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Can't complain. California weather, man. It's been nice out here. And then, bro, how was this past off season for you?
This past off season was great. I've been doing a lot of extra workouts, working out with my team, and just getting better all around.
Yeah. What would you say is one thing you've kind of focused on this off season?
This
One
off season
specific thing.
definitely like getting stronger, but being able to maintain my speed while getting bigger.
Yeah. And then how was it kind of to be back with your team for spring ball?
It was great. Uh, I was seeing them in school, but seeing them on the field with the chemistry we have is way better than just seeing them during school.
Yeah. And then having the opportunity to get back with your team and stuff. Um, is there any personal goals that you've set for yourself or even like team goals?
This year, obvious team goal would be to win the state championship. But goals for me just make as many plays as possible and hopefully start this upcoming season.
Yeah. So you play for Buford. Obviously, that's like a top brand in high school football. They don't really need an introduction. What should the people watching be expecting from Buford football this upcoming season?
I think we're gonna have a big season this year. We came up short last year, but we changed a lot of things, and the effort we've been giving in practice and during the workouts is way different than it was last year.
Yeah. And then being an edge, who would you say that you kind of look up to or even like model your play style after?
Somebody I look up to is Miles Garrett. I feel like he has a great get off and great size for a defensive end or edge, and he just has a mean mentality every day.
Yeah. Kids heard it. Go watch Miles Garrett if you play edge. And then kind of a side question, kind of a fun question. Uh, what state do you think, or even area, has the best high school football and why?
I feel like Georgia has the best football. Like I'm not even trying to be biased. I just feel like
Yeah,
no matter where you go in Georgia, you're gonna find somebody that's a really talented football player, not just in one area, just the whole state.
yeah. And then take us through a summer day in the life of Christian Webb-scott.
So I don't necessarily live in Buford. So I get up early in the morning at around 5 o'clock, just getting dressed for ready for practice, making myself breakfast, and then just taking a trip. The first thing we always do is we get a lift in before we go head down to the field. It's a different lift every day, so we're getting versatile lifts and just stronger in every, muscle group. And then on the field, we have a little bit of conditioning, and then we just go into practice after that.
Yeah, and then kind of after practice, when like the day is kind of ending, is there anything you do to kind of wind down, or like do you play video games or
Yeah.
read? Like, is there anything specific that you do?
Sometimes I play video games, or sometimes I'm watching film. It just depends. I have to get my rehab in sometimes too, so I take ice baths, use my Theragun just different times throughout the day.
Yeah. And then kind of transitioning over to the recruiting side of things. What was it like getting your first offer? What was that
Oh,
feeling?
it was a great feeling. It was right after I had did a camp at South Carolina. So I worked hard. I I think I won all my one-on-one reps except for one. So they took me on a tour and waited to the last minute to tell me that I had got an offer right before I was about to leave. So it was just a great feeling, great moment.
Yeah, was there a time where you were like kind of wondering like if they were gonna like offer or not, and then they kind of gave it to you right at the last second?
Yes, sir. I feel like I had a great camp. So right after when they told me they wanted to come show me the facilities, I was like, I think this might be the day I get my first one.
Wow. And then have you gone on any visits recently?
Last week I was in Nebraska, so it was really nice. I was down there, viewed the facilities. It was way better than I thought it was gonna be. And then they had me out there with Huddle too.
Okay, yeah. So tell me a little bit about that. Was that kind of like a camp or
No, it wasn't a camp. It was a lot of 2028, 2027 athletes just from around. We got California, Georgia, Florida, just everywhere.
you guys are just kind of
And
like touring the facility?
there was just touring, Huddle, and then we had meetings talking about NIL, just a lot of different things that really can help us in the future.
Oh, wow, sweet. So it's kind of like a conference type thing.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That sounds lit. And then was there like uh has there been any kind of standout schools to you that you've gotten a chance to visit or
Well, South Carolina they've been treating me well since the first time I was out there. Been on a few game day visits out there. And
yeah.
then Georgia, their facilities are nice too. They treat me right. They always want me to come out to camp and get a workout in with them. So yeah, those are my two right now.
And then talk about kind of you talked about being on game day visits out South Carolina. Like, what was that atmosphere like?
The atmosphere is really nice. The fans, they're really like involved with the team. They love all the players, so it's really loud. Even during like a small game, they're really loud.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I wanted to ask that question because I've heard the atmosphere is like crazy. But
Yes, sir.
and then do you have any like visits coming up?
I think I was going to visit some like far away places like Oregon or Southern Cal. Definitely want to get to Florida State. They've been trying to get me down there. Just anywhere that I have an offer from that I haven't been, I like to go and see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then this is my last question for you is I know there's a lot of kids out there watching who dream of being in your position one day, uh, going to Buford, playing for a top brand, getting D1 offers, becoming a Max Preps freshman All-American. What would some advice uh, what would some advice be that you give to all the kids watching that dream of being in your position one day?
My advice to them would just be, just work hard. Don't listen to all the outside noise, and find your few people that are gonna stick with you through the tough times and the rough times. Not just the ones that want to mess with you when you're up. So that's what I say. I just say keep your head down and stay grinding.
Hey, you kids heard it. Keep your head down, stay grinding, and keep a good circle around you. People who want to mess with you, people who want to be with you at all times, at your lowest and your highest, not people that just want you when you're up. But yeah, you kids heard it. Uh, Bro, Christian, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was just a pleasure to have you today, and I really appreciate it. I'm excited to watch you this upcoming season.
Sir.